What happened to India versus New Zealand? A lot has been written about the match between the two countries in the last few weeks, and there have been quite a few articles on the matter. I am glad to report that it has finally been resolved, and it will now be a test match between India and New Zealand. It is the biggest test match in the world and will be the highest rated test match on Sky Sports in terms of viewer ratings. The Indian team has already made it into the final of the 2015 edition of the World 2020 and has to play their way out of the group stage with a game against Pakistan. The Pakistan team have already been beaten on 3 occasions by India, but they have never lost a test match in India, and they have never beaten India in a match. New Zealand have had their fair share of upsets, but they haven't been beaten at home, as they lost their first test match at Lord's. This will be their first match on the home turf of New Zealand. The Kiwis are still one of the most successful teams in the world. It is no surprise that they had to play their way out of group stage, as they are still very well placed in the Group A with India and England. The only team that New Zealand have lost to since the beginning of 2014 is England. However, they are one of the best teams in the world, so it is no surprise to see them in Group A. New Zealand have been in Group A since 2013, and they have won the last 4 tests against England in their home country as well. They have also defeated England in Australia, and they had a good showing against them. India has had some ups and downs, but they have had a very good year in terms of form. The biggest difference between these two sides is that New Zealand has the captaincy of Mahela Jayawardene, which was announced in the last few weeks. The Indian captaincy is of course Ajinkya Rahane, and that will be the captain for the final. However, the two captains have been in charge of the sides for a very long period. The first test was played between these two sides in November last year, and India won by 7 wickets. They have also